We started our business probably 10 years ago, and one day my daughter said, let's have a crack at this, Dad, see if we can get involved in the local community and produce prime lambs and sell them as cuts into local markets and also restaurants and local butchers. The Fleurieu is ideal to do this type of business because you're close to the markets, be closer to the consumer so you get a better feedback from the consumer. We produce prime lambs and in that product we actually slaughter them, and then we use those products like chops, roasts, we do premium cuts as well. But the product is based on a Suffolk background, and we believe the Suffolk to be a better eating, and so we think we get a better quality and a better flavour to the consumer. For me to be a primary producer, I have to sustain to a certain code of practice. So we have an MLA scheme that the lambs are produced in accordance with a clean, green environment. We'd encourage people in the local community to buy our product. If they went to a local supermarket, now admittedly they might at times get it cheaper, but they don't know where that product has come from or what that product has been through. But we're hoping to produce sheep or lambs that are very clean and green into the local economy, which is really quite good, and at the moment we're doing that with how we produce the lambs. Yeah.
I'm Christy Russo from Hot Dog Fisheries in Cape Jervis. My dad started this business 20 years ago, and this is originally where my dad used to dive from. We sell two types of abalone, the black lip abalone and the green lip abalone. Here in Cape Jervis we quick freeze the abalone, and otherwise we send the abalone away to a cannery to be put in a can. We have a high standard that we have to set because we're audited by Aquis, so we have lots of paperwork and requirements every day for checking scales and cleanliness. We have to wear white rubber boots, aprons, hair nets, hand washing. That all adds to a pristine finished product. I like to support the local products because they're interesting and new. You find usually at the markets around town something new that this area is putting up. We have also put some abalone and beef pies in some local markets. It's local, it's family. You're supporting local businesses and local families in the area.
My name's Tony Harding, and I am part owner with my wife of Seaview Artisan Sheep Dairy. We are a sheep dairy and cheese maker all on the farm. So we have about 40 sheep that we milk, and which we make cheese here, and we make 4 different styles of cheese. We have a fresh cheese through to a feta and a soft blue. We also have a chance to experiment with different styles of cheeses, which we'll try and bring a new one in each year. Our product is regulated by the Dairy Safe of South Australia, which is the food side of the dairy industry. We have to meet the legislation in the quality of the milk that we produce and the quality of the cheeses that we produce. We have some of the highest food standards in the world, which means we produce some of the highest quality foods in the world. We have to have our milk tested on a regular basis, as well as our cheeses and our water. So we're always looking to make sure that whatever we sell meets those high standards of food cleanliness. So we're trying to keep it as a local SA produced product with an emphasis on looking after the very local community and supplying them with a high quality product. Local food is made by local people. You know where it comes from, you can actually meet the people that make it, and you can ask the questions, and you can even come and see how it's made.
On a personal level, I find it really important to eat locally, seasonally, and as organically as possible, and I wanted that to reflect in my business. I started gut feeling about 2.5 years ago. Started just with an idea, and it sort of blossomed from there. Gut feeling fermentation revolves around fermented foods and beverages designed to help one's health, but with a specific ethos on sourcing local, organically grown produce. Our main line of products are sauerkrauts and kimchi, so fermented cabbage-based products. We also do kombucha, ginger beer, and we do seasonal ferments like dill pickles. To create the fermented vegetables, the sauerkraut, the kimchi, we get produce from the farm and elsewhere if we need to source from the local region as well. It comes to the door of the kitchen, we process that, salt it up, get it ready to ferment, put it into our temperature stable controlled ferment room. 3 weeks later, we end up with a beautiful fermented sauerkraut or kimchi product. By moving Gut Feeling to Starlight Springs Farm in Maiponga, we've enabled the farmers to expand on their production in growing for us, but also we sell predominantly at the Wollonga Farmers Market as well. So I think keeping the economy as local as possible, keeping the dollar circulating amongst the Fleurieu Peninsula is part of what we're about as well. In terms of sourcing the produce in which we make our products from, I find it extremely important. Number one rule is to source as locally as you can first, as organically as you can as well. By supporting local small farms to create our product is a sustainable business model moving forward. It's only in the last sort of 3 years or so that I've realised how blessed we are to live and be involved in the Fleurieu Peninsula and all that it has to offer. I think there's some extremely good producers here, some really good value added products as well like ourselves. It's a beautiful region and we've really got to make the most of the produce we've got available to us.
Fleurieu Coast, made by nature.
Fleurieu Coast, made by nature.
Fleurieu Coast, made by nature.
Fleurieu Coast, made by nature.